John Madden, Hall of Fame NFL coach and beloved broadcaster, dies at 85. New York. John Madden, the Hall of Fame coach turned broadcaster whose exuberant calls combined with simple explanations provided a weekly soundtrack to NFL games for 3 decades, died Tuesday morning, the league said. He was 85. The NFL said he died unexpectedly and did not detail a cause. Madden gained fame in a decade-long stint as the coach of the renegade Oakland Raiders, making it to 7 AFC title games and winning the Super Bowl after the 1976 season. He compiled a 103-32-7 regular season record, and his .759 winning percentage is the best among NFL coaches with more than 100 games. But it was his work after prematurely retiring from coaching at age 42 that made Madden truly a household name. He educated a football nation with his use of the telestrator on broadcasts, entertained millions with his interjections of boom and doink throughout games, was an omnipresent pitchman selling restaurants, hardware stores, and beer, became the face of Madden NFL football, one of the most successful sports video games of all time, and was a best-selling author. Most of all, he was the preeminent television sports analyst for most of his 3 decades calling games, winning an unprecedented 16 Emmy Awards for Outstanding Sports Analyst/Personality and covering 11 Super Bowls for 4 networks from 1979 to 2009. Most read in sports. Chicago Bears Q&A, will the franchise opt for a front office model like the Bulls and Cubs have used? Will Nick Foles be back next season? What's the reason behind Robert Quinn's improvement? People always ask, are you a coach or a broadcaster or a video game guy? He said when he was elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I'm a coach, always been a coach. He started his broadcasting career at CBS after leaving coaching in great part because of his fear of flying. He and Pat Summerall became the network's top announcing duo. Madden then helped give Fox credibility as a major network when he moved there in 1994. And he went on to call prime-time games at ABC and NBC before retiring after the Pittsburgh Steelers' thrilling 27-23 win over the Arizona Cardinals in the 2009 Super Bowl. I am not aware of anyone who has made a more meaningful impact on the National Football League than John Madden, and I know of no one who loved the game more, Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones said in a statement. Burly and a little unkempt, Madden earned a place in America's heart with a likable, unpretentious style that was refreshing in a sports world of spiraling salaries and prima donna stars. He rode from game to game in his own bus because he suffered from claustrophobia and had stopped flying. For a time, Madden gave out a turducken, a chicken stuffed inside a duck stuffed inside a turkey, to the outstanding player in the Thanksgiving game that he called "Nobody Loved Football More Than Coach." He was football, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said in a statement. He was an incredible sounding board to me and so many others. There will never be another John Madden, and we will forever be indebted to him for all he did to make football and the NFL what it is today. Most read in sports. Jeff Dickerson, a longtime Chicago Bears reporter for ESPN 1000, dies at age 44 after a bout with cancer when he finally retired from the broadcast booth, leaving NBC's Sunday Night Football. Colleagues universally praised Madden's passion for the sport, his preparation, and his ability to explain an often complicated game in down-to-earth terms. No one has made the sport more interesting, more relevant and more enjoyable to watch and listen to than John, play-by-play announcer Al Michaels said at the time. For anyone who heard Madden exclaim "boom" while breaking down a play, his love of the game was obvious. For me, TV is really an extension of coaching, Madden wrote in. Hey, wait a minute. I wrote a book. My knowledge of football has come from coaching. And on TV, all I'm trying to do is pass on some of that knowledge to viewers. Most read in sports. Jeff Dickerson, a longtime Chicago Bears reporter for ESPN 1000, dies at age 44 after a bout with cancer. Madden was raised in Daly City, California. He played on the offensive and defensive lines for Cal Poly in 1957–58 and earned his bachelor's and master's degrees from the school. Madden was chosen to the All-Conference team and was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles, but a knee injury ended his hopes of a pro-playing career. Instead, Madden got into coaching, first at Hancock Junior College and then as defensive coordinator at San Diego State. Al Davis brought him to the Raiders as a linebackers coach in 1967, and they went to the Super Bowl in his first year in the pros. He replaced John Rock as head coach after the 1968 season at age 32, beginning a remarkable 10-year run. With his demonstrative demeanor on the sideline and disheveled look, Madden was the ideal coach for the collection of cast-offs and misfits that made up those Raiders teams. Sometimes guys were disciplinarians in things that didn't make any difference. I was a disciplinarian in jumping offsides. I hated that, Madden once said. Being in bad position and missing tackles, those things. I wasn't. Your hair has to be